Okay, today we're going to draw Eliwood from the Fire Emblem game. So, if you look on the left side here, we can see the construction of the face. It's a typical 3/4 view, and it follows exactly within this construction. So, let's start with the circle. Remember, you should be drawing very lightly. I'm using dark lines just to make it easy to see. And I draw the vertical line. Now, of course, pay attention to the fact that the eyes are very low and small. The nose is right at this intersection, a little bit rounded. And the bridge comes up a little bit, just above the guidelines. I'm going to go ahead and draw in the eyebrow right now, since I'm basically there. And his face, again, typically on the 3/4 view, it comes out a little bit, and the cheek is a little bit above the nose. And then now we'll draw the chin. I'll go ahead and draw the other eyebrow. And notice it's about in the middle. Well, let's go ahead and draw the eye, in fact. It's about in the middle between the edge of the head and the vertical line. And we can draw the lower part of the eye. Notice that his pupil is rather large. And there's a shine on the right side. I mean, his iris, I guess, is rather large, and then we can fill in the pupil. Okay, we'll draw the other eye now. Notice it's a little different in its shape. But the pupil is large as well on that side, the iris. And again, we have that shine on the right. And fill in the pupil. So now we can do the mouth. The mouth, notice, comes from about the eye, and it's pretty close actually to the nose, so make sure you see that. Now he's kind of almost like a little smile. A little bit curved up on his left eye, you know, kind of as you're drawing your right, and then have a little bit of shaded for his lower lip. So now we can draw the other eyebrow, and it's kind of coming down some, thicker toward the nose. Now I'll draw the ear. Of course, it goes up and then comes down at the nose. And I'm just going to show the hint of the ear, the details. I'm not going to necessarily get into all the details. I'm going to go ahead and draw his collar. Notice it comes up above the mouth and swings out a little bit, and then comes in. We can draw very quickly another border to it. And the other side of his collar we'll draw. And again, it's got that gold border to it. And I'll go ahead and put his little bit of his neck in there. Okay, now for his hair, let's go ahead and try to draw just kind of like an outline of his hair, of where it will go, so you can kind of see and kind of keep that. And it's like a circle that kind of goes around there. And then the other thing you want to notice is where the center of the hair is coming from, the kind of the point that kind of keeps it all together. So let's draw these kind of calyx out here. Okay, I'm going to draw the hair kind of quickly and just try to make it. Don't worry too much about it, because I'm trying to make this tutorial, or this draw with me, a fairly quick thing. So he obviously has a lot of hair, so we could spend a lot of time doing the hair, but we'll try to be quick. Got one coming towards his eye, then a big strand that comes and ends. That's fairly typical. You have a big strand coming in the middle of the face, little one off to the side of that, and then another fairly big strand that comes on the other side of his eye. Again, that's fairly typical. A little bit of an S curve on that one. And a thin strand. So basically you kind of were varying the thickness of these strands. And I don't need to necessarily copy everything that they're doing. Get a little bit of a hint of these hair strands going a little bit in different angles. Okay, so now let's focus on the top of his hair, and don't go outside of those lines, because that's kind of the outline that you were trying to create. And again, it's kind of an S, got some S curve shapes. So this is a good one to practice the different hair strands and everything. So I'm just going to kind of move fairly quickly now to finish it up. Not worrying about whether I copy every particular strand, but just trying to give that same kind of feel to it. And there you go. So that's my version of Eliwood, the character of Eliwood. Hopefully yours is better than mine. You can, of course, tighten up the lines, as you finish them off. So